What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. And you're a lucky lot today. I'm spoiling you today, lads, with a brand new series on the channel, and it's going to be a draft series. I've been wanting to start a draft series on the channel for a while now, and I just thought, with tons of special cards in packs due to the summer heat promo, that there's really no better time to start one than now, really. And as you can see there, we're starting with a clean slate on this account. 0 drafts played so far. So yeah, pay our 15,000 coins and get into the draft. And the formations we're going to get for the first draft on the channel, not the best really. I rely quite heavily on having a cam in the team, and I'm not the best with 2 striker formations, so I think we end up taking the 4-4-1-1, just because that looks like the formation that best suits my playstyle in terms of being quite similar to the 4-2-3-1, how it lines up in game. And our captain selection, not the best either. 5 base gold cards. I mean, you expect a bit better from EA at this stage of the game. And again, our next option to choose, so it's not starting well for us, lads, to be honest. So we take base Aguero. But this is a little bit better, as we do get team of the season Kovacic. I was considering taking De Bruyne just because he's strong links to Aguero, but I was hopeful that Aguero wouldn't be in the final team when all the other picks are being done, so we do end up going for Mateo Kovacic, as he's got better stats at that CM position than De Bruyne. And then we get this is a bit better. We do get that future stars Valverde, who's a really good card. Was considering taking Toni Kroos, but Toni Kroos has got a team of the season, so in the end we do end up taking Valverde, and it was a good choice, to be fair, because in the next pick we get another good option for the right mid spot, and we do take Rodrigo future stars, just so he's got that strong link into Valverde, so he'll be on 8 chemistry as a minimum, even if he gets no more links. I was going to take Robinson, because you know how much I love him from the Grealish to Glory series, but that prime icon moment, Sol Campbell, is just too good to pass up at this stage of the draft. Again, another good selection at right back. I could have took either Cuadrado or Lala, because they would still be on 8 chemistry with the link from the icon, but in terms of chemistry I thought it makes more sense to go for Semedo at that right back slot. And then this is the easiest draft pick you're ever going to see. 4 non-rare gold cards or Sergio Ramos. Yeah, let me just have a think. Shall I take that non-rare Perrin, or shall I take team of the season Sergio Ramos? Yeah, I think I'll go for Ramos on that one. And the draft's picking up now with another decent selection at the left back slot. Could have took Marcelo and then moved Ramos over, and everyone still would have been on full chemistry. I was looking at Letizia. He looks like he's got himself a quality card, to be fair. High work rate, like brilliant agility and balance for the left back. Sorry. And then I was looking at Jordi Alba as well, just because he will get the strong link from Ramos if he did switch it round. But in the end, we end up going for Kamara at the left back slot, just because he had the best stats, and I thought he'd be on 8 chemistry if we do manage to not get anyone to link him with in the left mid spot. But we get the likes of Overmars and Hadji, who will give the left back full chemistry. So just having a quick look, who'd be better suited as a left mid in this team. If he's playing as a cam, I'll take Hadji, but just at the left mid spot I wanted that stamina and that pace, so we do end up going for Mark Overmars. And then in goal we got Vicente Guaita, just because he links to Ramos and obviously to the icon as well. So we've got a 190 to start off. Not a bad draft, to be fair. Just the goalkeeper, the centre forward and the striker that we need to improve, and there's the goalkeeper improved immediately. I was looking at Navas and Courtois because I was thinking they need the link from Ramos, the strong link, but because we had Sol Campbell there, we could take any La Liga goalkeeper, so we do end up going for Oblak and put him straight in the team. So at this point in the draft I was fairly happy with the team, even if we didn't get any more players to put into the starting 11. Bar Aguero and Aubameyang, every player in their position looks solid, but I was confident as well that we would get some attacking substitutes to put on if we did need to take Aguero and Aubameyang out the team. as we pick up that Jordi Alba there. Just compare his stats with with Kamara, the left back, but Kamara, the team of the season, looks like he does have better stats than that man of the match, Jordi Alba, so we keep him in the team. Considering taking Piqué here to take out icon moment Sol Campbell, but that Sol Campbell's just too good to take out, as we get a perfect player here for that centre mid position. You can go forward and defend in prime icon moments, Petit. So we take him straight away and put him straight in the team for Kovacic. Gives us a little boost in chemistry in terms of Kovacic only being on 7 chemistry and Petit will be on 9. He would have been on 10, but it's just because he's a CDM in the CM position. And then another good option here to take in the terms of Gattuso and that's Salvio. I think we do end up taking Salvio just because I don't think Gattuso would offer much to the team. And if it was going to bring on a substitute in that centre mid position, it would be Kovacic. So yeah, we do take Salvio for the super sub, and then we just get a perfect player here to put in that centre forward position. Team of the year Mbappe, you don't see him a lot in draft. Yeah, he's going to be on 7 chemistry as of now, just because he doesn't get the link from the striker. But I mean, that team of the year Mbappe, you could play him on 4 chemistry, and I don't think it matter. As we get Cisse here, and I was really tempted to take him just for a bit of fun, just because he's got that mad split in his pace. I think he's got something like 90s for acceleration, and then it's something like 50s or 40s for sprint speed. So I thought he would have been a fun player to take, but we didn't need him in the end, as we get Michael Owen there to put into that striker spot and link everybody together, giving Mbappe that boost in chemistry and getting a boost himself. Would be in the icon in the striker spot. So yeah, the 2 players that we were not too sure on having in the team, Aguero and Aubameyang, they're both out of the starting 11 and being replaced by much better players. So I was happy going into the draft with Aguero and Aubameyang, but now I was over the moon just having that team of the year Mbappe and Michael Owen, and I knew it was going to take a really good player with a really good team to topple us in this draft. Get this team of the season Parejo, and he'd still get full chemistry if it took Valverde out and put him in. But I feel like in FIFA and in real life, actually, Valverde's just a better player, so we do end up leaving Valverde in the team. And then our last 2 picks, I don't think we get anything much yet in terms of putting in the team. We get 88 Coutinho there, but I don't think he even makes the bench in the end. Yeah, no, he doesn't even make the bench in terms of rating, and in terms of not being as good as the other super subs we've got on the bench. And then into our manager, we're just looking for someone who give that boost to Mbappe, so either French or League One, but we don't get that option, unfortunately. So I don't think any of these managers actually do boost chemistry. Just in terms of the Spanish manager, would only boost Ramos, and he's already on 10. And the English manager would only boost Campbell and Owen, and they're already on 10 anyway. So I think we do end up just taking the English manager just to represent him, because I don't think he gets picked that often with him being bronze. So hold stock, you're in, mate, you're our manager. Yeah, so we get a 192 for our first draft. Not bad. I feel like, as I say, I feel like we did draft well there. But yeah, if there was any glaring opportunities I missed there to take a better player and get him in the team on good chemistry, let me know. But yeah, I feel like we've done well. We can be proud of ourselves with that one. And then we just set up our custom tactic the same as we've got him on the Greatest to Glory series. Again, the 4-2-3-1, very similar to the 4-4-1-1. So we just set up our tactics based on our 4-2-3-1 tactics, with stay forward, stay central, getting behind on the striker, stay forward on the centre forward, stay back while attacking and cover centre on the 2 CDMs. We leave the 2 wide men unbalanced, and then we put our full-backs onto stay back while attacking and overlap, because we don't want them pushing up too much on their own, and if we do want them to push up, then we'll trigger them ourselves with the L1. So yeah, fellas, this the team we're going to be using for our first draft game of the series and our first draft game on the channel. Yeah, what a team. And then speaking of good teams, what about this one? Team of the season Lewandowski up front on full chemistry, along with prime icon moments Ronaldinho. I mean, it's not something you want to see for your first game, is it, in draft? And he was a decent player, this fella, as well. But get the ball with Petit to Owen, back to Petit, and then Owen again is there to finesse it in to put us 1-0 up in the game. I was impressed with Michael Owen. Obviously he hasn't got the skill moves, with only having a 3-star skill moves, but he has got the 4-star weak foot, and he did seem quite clinical, as is Lewandowski. Skips past our Sol Campbell. that was my bad though. Like, I didn't defend that well, and he scores another goal similar to that in this game as well, where he just does a little sprint boost past our defender. So something that I need to look into in terms of improving my game in defence if I'm getting beat by goals, very similar like that, just with the little sprint boost, is we get the ball with Team of the Year Mbappe and he's not going to miss. Yeah, I feel so jealous of anyone who's got this Team of the Year Mbappe card in their main sides for FUT champs and division rivals, because he was just unbelievable, as was this prime icon moment. So Campbell, he's just an absolute tank. He's massive in game. He's got to be the biggest player, like in terms of how wide he is in game, and it's just no one seems to be able to get past him. It's a nice little bit of a 1-2 here with Michael Owen and Mbappe into the drag back, and then puts it in the near post again to put us 3-1 up in the game, and he just doesn't miss, this Team of the Year Mbappe. Some of the angles we were scoring goals with him in this episode were just unreal. So yeah, into half time, 3-1. Got much better at the match stats. And then into the second half, as we pick the ball up with Kamara, plays it into Petit, back to Kamara down his left hand side into Overmars into Owen, who sees the overlap from Petit gives it back to Michael Owen with the heel to heel flick, and then drills it into the bottom corner. Actually did use the low driven shot there. It's not something that like I utilise much, but I just thought the angle looked perfect for it, and this is what I mean about that little sprint boost past our defender. Yeah, as I say, something I need to look into in terms of my defending and my gameplay, and how to improve on that. Is we get the ball with Valverde, plays the ball into Owen and follows us run into Mbappe gets a bit fortunate with the rebound off the keeper, but he's got them reactions to react to the rebound and put it in the net for us. So 5-2, and then we've got the ball here with Valverde. I mean, this is a fortunate penalty, but the game was over at this point, so I don't think it really mattered either way, as Owen slots that one in for us. Yeah, so 7-2 in our first draft game on the channel. I mean, not a bad way to start, is it? 9 goal thriller, and there's going to be plenty more goals in this episode to come. So stick around for that, because a couple of the games in this episode are absolute slobber knockers. As I'll show you the match stats for this game. Michael Owen with 4 goals and Mbappe with 3, so 7 goals for our striker and our centre forward, and then a couple of assists for Petit and Valverde, our centre mids. So yeah, dominant performance from us in that game. Much better in the match stats, 9 shots to our opponent's 5, and that gives us our first win in the draft as we come up against another strong team. His 2 centre backs in this game were just absolutely massive. That's Smalling and that's Sol Campbell. Just in game, they're just absolutely huge, and they prove quite difficult to get past. But as he's got the golden goat here as well, so obviously he grinds the game quite a bit. As he dispossesses us here with Garincha, but then plays a poor pass from his Sol Campbell, and we intercept it with Michael Owen. And we get a bit fortunate here with the pass. Sol Campbell intercepts it and then gets a tackle in Mbappe, but he's just too strong and bounces through. And then he utilises that low driven shot into the far right hand corner. Not a shot type that you see much in this FIFA. I think it was FIFA 19 or FIFA 18, I think it might have been, with that low driven shot. Just seemed to be the shot type that everyone went for. It's poor defending from us here, trying to mark the pass inside to Dybala, but it just leaves the space open for Ronaldo to finesse it into the far corner with his left foot. So Valverde with the drag back sees the run from Mbappe, and this is what I was talking about with his shot power. This time just drilling it into the far corner past our goalkeeper, and I was surprised at this point because he decides to quit. The match stats were quite even. He was in the game. I think we've had 2 shots, he's had 2 shots, and we've managed to score 2, and he's only managed to score 1. But yeah, I mean, I was surprised but relieved at the same time, because I felt like he's more than capable of getting back into this game, as we're 2-0 up now in the draft. And then I was worried about this team just because his back line wasn't the best. And I was thinking, well, if he's got this far in the draft with that back line, he must be a good player. And it turns out he was a good player. I think of all the draft games that we played in this draft, this player was the strongest opponent that we come up against. As we have Rodrigo playing into Petit, who sees Owen, delicate little pass into him, and there's Owen to put us 1-0 up in the 35th minute. And then we leave this clip playing from kick-off. because he tried some unnecessary skill moves here with Rodrigo. We dispossess him with Overmars and see the space to run into. Play the ball down the line to Michael Owen with a running fake shot into the drag back to Overmars, who's followed his run, and there's Overmars to finesse it into the far corner. So yeah, I don't know what my opponent here was doing with them skill moves. They were just so unnecessary, and it's cost them a goal in the end. So half-time stats, we're dominating in terms of shots and possession with 5 shots to his 1. But he's got that prime icon moment on 9, and when you've got him in your team, there's always a chance of you getting back in the game. But we win the ball with So Campbell, play it down to Owen. Owen sees the run of Mbappe but doesn't use him. Instead goes back to Overmars. Overmars into Kamara, who's got space to run into Petit, into Valverde. Valverde with the ball roll into Michael Owen with the first time fake shot, and then slams that one into the near post for us. So 3-0 up in the game now, and I think this is where this game comes to an end. It's not actually, so he's paused at this point, so we're thinking 3-0 up. We're going to put a few of our substitutes on just to give them a game and see how they play. So we take Valverde off for Renato Augusto in the centre mid position, take Rodrigo off for Salvio, and then we put this Pereira, who's excited to use. We take Owen off and put Mbappe up front and put Pereira in that centre forward position, and they have an immediate impact, them 3 substitutes, as we win the ball here with Petit and play it out wide to Semedo into the space a little bit, double ball roll into Renato Augusto to Pereira, to Mbappe, back to Pereira, and then Pereira with the audacity to do the heel to heel flick in the box around the keeper and put us 4-0 up in the game, and that's how that one ends. So yeah, our substitute Pereira coming on and getting a goal for himself, Mbappe, Petit and Overmars with the other ones, and yeah, so that puts us into the draft final now. As you can see there, we done much better in terms of stats, and this was a strong side to come up against as well. I think he subbed Hadji off early and brought Neymar on as well. And he's obviously got that team the year Messi at the right wing spot, who's always a difficult player to play against. But we get the ball here with Owen early on in the game. Petit with a double tap into Mbappe, and there's Mbappe to put us 1-0 up in the 5th minute. So yeah, good start for us in the final here. And as you see, there's that substitute with Hadji coming off for Neymar. As again we leave this clip playing from the kick-off. Opponents again with some unnecessary skill moves. We get the ball with Hassan to Campbell to Sergio Ramos, playing it across the back line, just waiting for that opportunity to push the ball forward. See it there with Semedo playing it down to Rodrigo at the right mid spot. Rodrigo a bit fortunate there with the pass as it rebounds off his defender, but we've got a nice bit of composure in the box here to turn with Owen and see an open Mbappe at the back post and play it across to him. So 2-0 up in the draft final now, and it's looking good for us for getting this draft win. But he does pull one back here as Mbappe turns. Plays the ball into Valverde, as we do manage to win the ball with Campbell, but we give it away immediately with Valverde, and then there's Valverde into Mbappe, nice little double step over in the box, and then drills it into our net. So maybe not clean sailing in this draft final, as my opponent makes it 2-1, but we pick the ball up with Petit out to Overmars, back into Petit, and then Owen tries to play Mbappe back in, but gets a bit fortunate with the pass, reacts to it, and then finesses it into the far corner to put us 3-1 up 20 minutes into the draft final. So again, we've got that 2-goal cushion as we get the ball here from a throw-in 7 minutes later than from when that goal we just scored. Valverde into Owen again with the first time fake shot, and then again his shot power just too much as he rifles that one into the net. So 4-1 up in the final now, and I think it's safe to say that we're going to win this one, but there is still a lot more goals to come in this final. As we get the ball with Owen, play it back to Petit into Owen, sees the run of Mbappe but doesn't use him, instead gives it Petit with the double tap wide into the box, and it sets it up perfectly for Michael Owen to volley that one into the far corner. So 5-1 now, 35 minutes in. I was expecting my opponent to quit, but fair play to him, he never carried on, which is just wanting to see if he can get back into the game, and he does end up getting another goalie as he cuts inside with his Messi. Plays it into Griezmann, back to Tielemans. Griezmann with a nice little movement off the ball past our Petit, and then finesses it just on the stroke of half time to put this game to 5-2, and then that's where this one's going to go into half time. So 5-2 in the final. Again, we just want to compose ourselves a bit here and then come out in the second half and just try and slow the game down a little bit. But we tried to mark the pass inside there, but instead we win the ball with our left back Kamara and play it down to Overmars. Overmars with the ball roll into Petit, into Mbappe with a turn into Michael Owen, into the drag back in the box, and that's game over. If there was any chance of our opponent getting back into this game, that goal just put a nail in the coffin. And I thought he was going to quit, but he doesn't. So again, we thought, oh, we'll get them substitutes on, just again to give them another little run out. And this goal was a bit unfair for me. Like, I shouldn't have really done this really, as we get the ball with Michael Owen, and then play the ball with Rodrigo. I mean, we could have just put the ball in there, but we're just playing with him a little bit, and I apologise for that. So we drag back and then make it 7-2. So yeah, sorry to this opponent for doing that. I should just put the ball in. Instead of playing around with it in the box. So yeah, I do apologise for that. But then we get the ball with Overmars, play it into Michael Owen with the turn, nice little turn again into Petit, double tap back into Owen, and had 8-2 this opponent, as Michael Owen puts his 8-2 up in the game in the 90th minute. So yeah, 8-2 in the draft final. One of the easier draft finals I've ever played on FIFA, to be honest. He wasn't a bad opponent, but like we just on form, to be honest. As Owen picks up the match ball, 5 attempts on goal, 5 goals. It just goes to show how clinical he is as a striker. So yeah, 5 goals for Owen, 2 for Mbappe, and then 3 assists for Manu Petit in that centre mid position. So yeah, 8-2, we win the final. So I was over the moon with that. 10 shots to his 3. Yeah, so we win the final, our first draft, lads. So let's just see what rewards we're going to get for winning the final. Scored a lot of goals in that draft. Did concede a few, which I wasn't happy about, but we outscored them massively. And then playing them games, we got a season reward as well in a premium gold players pack. So from these 3 packs, just looking to make back our 15,000 coins really. So we start with a gold pack, not expecting much. A shadow or a hunter would have been nice, but we get the Domenico Criscito, who's I think he's going for just over 2,000 coins, and then we also get an Anchor Chem style in that pack as well. So as gold packs go, not the worst. I think we'll make about, when everything sells, we make about 6,000 coins from that gold pack. As Fransol looks like he's going for a little bit as well. Maybe just because he's a Spaniard from an off league, so we put him up for 1,200, and then the Belgian midfielder comes, we put him up for just under 1,000 as well. And then Anchor Chem Styles, they were going for about 4,000 coins at one point, but just the supply must be down for them, so I think we put that up for about 2,008, and hopefully looking to get a sale on that. And then the rest of the items we just stored in the club, just for further use for the team going forward. And then premium gold players pack. This was untradeable. We didn't get anything in it anyway. So we've made about, as I say, about 6,000 to 7,000 coins from that gold pack, and then with match rewards as well, we've probably made about 10k in total. So we're guaranteed to make profit from this draft, just because even if we discarded everything from the rare players pack, we'd still make over our 15,000 coins back. But we do open it, and we do get a board, and it is a special card. So we definitely made profit at this point, because I know even if we discarded this, we get 10,000 coins. But it's an Argentinian cam, and it's going to be Buenanotte, the CONMEBOL card, with the 89 rated. I feel like he's going to be going for at least 20 to 30,000 coins, just to people picking them up to use in SBCs. So again, we must have made about 40,000 coins just off this first draft as we check his price, and he is going for about 30 to 35,000 coins. So yeah, all in all, about 40k made from this first draft. What a good way to start out the draft. There's going to be a lot more, as I say, when I try and get loads of drafts done, just to try and boost our profits with all these special cards being in packs, because I know we're guaranteed to make it to at least the semis, if not the final, or win the draft. So there's the stats: 5.2 goals scored average per match. I'm sure that'll come down in the future as we play some more, but yeah, going to be more drafts on the channel. Series going to be big for the channel, hopefully. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more videos. There's our draft record. Thanks for watching, fellas. See you all later. Bye.